Dear ninth grade geographers, I want to know what all this talk is about volcanoes. What is one? What does it look like? Love from 6th grader XOXOX.
First off, you need to know that the Earth is composed of 4 main layers. The first layer is the inner core. Surrounding that is the liquid outer core. Surrounding that is a thing called the mantle. And finally, the crust is the Earth's outer shell.
I don't get it! How are volcanoes formed?
Continental drift is a theory that the mantle goes through a thermal convection cycle, and that convection currents create an upwelling beneath the crust, which forces it to break apart. These broken pieces of the crust are called plates.
How does that have anything to do with volcanoes?
With the plates being pushed around on the surface due to the convection currents beneath them, they often collide and cross paths with each other, creating mountain ranges, trenches, earthquakes, and volcanoes. The places where plates meet are called boundaries.
Oh, I see.
Composite volcanoes are built up of alternating layers of lava and ash. These volcanoes erupt very explosively. The magma is very sticky because of all the silica that it contains. These volcanoes are of conical shape. Shield volcanoes are formed when 2 plates move away from each other and magma rises from the mantle to fill the gap, or can also be formed by hot spots. The magma that comes from fissure volcanoes is very basaltic, making it very runny. This means that the lava can cover long distances before cooling down, making shield volcanoes a flattened, dome-like shape. A caldera volcano is when huge amounts of magma erupt out of subsurface magma chambers. This allows the land on top to collapse inwards to form a caldera, which is a circular basin-shaped depression.
Ah, I get it now.
It was rumored to the grade 9 geographers that Taal was a volcano, so we set out on an amazing exhibition to discover whether or not this amazing Philippine landmark was a volcano.
As you can see, what we're standing on is a flow of lava. This type of lava is called basaltic lava because inside it contains sulfur dioxide or silica, which usually comes from shield volcanoes. This lava hardens into flows like the one we see right now, which goes in the direction of the ocean. As you can see, when it cools, it cools so quickly that it traps pieces of air, and that's why it's so bulbous and in big boulders.
We were just testing you. Basaltic lava actually cools slowly.
In this crater, we can see that the lava most possibly came from a vent where the red rock comes from, over there. We can tell because there's like a vent shape passing there, and it makes sense how everything here is like a caldera, which means here's the crater. The lava came from here, the basaltic lava. It came through that vent, it circled, and it has ended up down there and off into the water. As you can see in the background, we have a very steep drop, around 50 meters I would say. There we can see another cliff. This is obviously one of the few craters here. This is one. Behind that hill there's another one, and the third one is over there. Here, a proof that this was and still is a volcano is vegetation. You'd expect after an eruption all the vegetation around it is destroyed. So after the eruption, when it cools down, what type of vegetation do you expect will grow? Not trees, but weeds like this. It's mainly small weeds and grasses. This is another proof that there were a couple of eruptions here.
And that's how we know that Taal is a volcano.
Tinda lang talaga. O tinda lang. Sari-sari store. no other.
Dala na lahat. Sari-saring po.
Sa tingin nyo naman, ano, masaya ng kayong nabubuhay dito?
Oo, masaya kami dito tungkol na tagal na kami dito nakatira. Dala ko baka may bahay din sa kabila, doon sa dakop ng Laurel.
Mga ilang taon na po kayo rito?
Ay, baka hindi lang ang kuwan, hindi lang ang babansi kong taon. Matagal na kami nakatira.
Ano po yung ano, yung masamang ano dito na nangyayari sa tagal yung tumira dito?
Ay, wala. Meron kong magkakatakbuhan ng kaunti. Nalibang lang kami doon sa kabila. Mukhang may balik na rin kasabag.
People in Taal live together with nature and its advantages and disadvantages. They make a living out of fishing and are happy. Ah, I get it now.